Good morning, everybody. If we can hear me, please, can I see a reaction from the chat box? Can I see reaction on the chat box? Okay. I think we should give like 5 minutes for others to join. 5 minutes. Please, once you come in, just send a message on the chat box. Let us know you're here. 5 minutes to start. Once you come in on the call, just send a message. Send a message on the box so we know you're here. And we know we are not speaking to ourselves.
Hello, Sarah. We can start now.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. Can we hear me? Can we all hear me?
Yes, Sarah, we can hear you. You can proceed.
Joshua, can you hear me?
Yes, Sarah, we can hear you, Sarah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, good morning, all. I'm Sarah Nwesi Benjamin, the moderator for today. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, dear colleagues, and welcome participants. It is my great honor and privilege to welcome you all to this launching of WeConstructHub. Today, we are thrilled to have you here as we gather to explore innovation in procurement, made easy, faster, smarter, and greener. In this dynamic event, we dive into cutting strategy, technology, and best practice shaping the future of procurement. We will share insights, network, and spark collaboration to drive efficiency, sustainability, and value in procurement process. I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to our speakers, partners, and sponsors. Most importantly, you, our valued participants. Your presence adds immense value to this event. Let's make the most of today's opportunity. Let's connect, learn, and innovate together. Thank you and welcome once again enjoying this event. Going further, I want to briefly introduce procurement made easy, faster, smarter, and greener. In today's fast-paced world, procurement can be defined as the process of acquiring goods, services, or work. Need to be efficient, innovative, and sustainable. This team explore how organizations can transform the procurement process, which is easy, faster, smarter, and greener. Easy, simply the process, reduce bureaucracy, enhance users' experience. Faster, leverages on technologies for speeder transaction, approval, and delivery. And smarter, we use data analytic, AI, and digital tools for better decision making and value for money. Greener, promote sustainable procurement, reduce environmental impact, support circular economic, and boost eco-friendly practice. By combining technology, innovation, and sustainability, organizations can achieve cost savings, improve transparency, and contribute to a greener future. As we dive into today's launching, I'll be calling the founder, Thomas Tosimi Joshua, to give us the history about WeConstructHub. Thank you. Joshua, you can have the floor.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much, Sarah, our very own moderator. I am Thomas Oluwatomisin Joshua, founder of WeConstructHub, and it's a pleasure to welcome everyone to the launch of something where we are sure will reshape how professionals, contractors, and suppliers interact in the construction industry. So, I just want to talk briefly on how WeConstructHub started, the idea behind it, our mission, our vision, and our goal. So WeConstructHub started with a very simple idea, that technology can make construction work smarter, faster, and more transparent. Now, it is a common fact that in the construction industry, seeing verified construction material prices is a very big challenge, and that is what we have come to solve. Now, the material challenge is not just for professionals, even for students in the market survey, they find it hard to see reliable data. And even for contractors, professionals, they find it hard to see a trusted, verified supplier which they can use. And as a quantity surveyor, I've seen firsthand the stress professionals go through from verifying material prices to finding reliable vendors, to even accessing up-to-date industry information. WeConstructHub was born to solve that. We started 2024, around this time last year, where we've been sharing blog, sharing industry insights and tutorial videos. And we've also been sharing newsletter where we provide our subscribers with verified material prices. And now we are taking it a step further. We want to make construction activities easily accessible to everyone in the built environment and suppliers. Now, what is our aim? Our aim is simple. Our aim is to bridge the gap between technology and construction. We want to help you, whether you're an architect, a builder, an engineer, a quantity surveyor, or a supplier, save time, reduce confusion, and work with confidence. On WeConstruct, through our marketplace, and as soon as today, that is from after this launch, you'll be able to buy and sell construction materials directly with vendors, where you'll be able to see verified involved in a building project. You will know how frustrating procurement can be. And by procurement, I mean purchasing construction materials and even the laborers you will use, which are the men you need on site. Prices can change randomly. And the truth is, everybody in construction can constructor marketplaces here. With WeConstructHub Marketplace, there's a central place to verify material cost. Rather than calling 10, 20 vendors, you can just go to shop.weconstructhub.com and you'll be able to see a range of material and their prices based on your location. Also, professionals waste time calling suppliers or visiting markets just to compare price. And clients also lose money due to poor price information and lack of transparency. So this confusion don't just slow project, it increases its cost and reduce trust across the industry. That is where WeConstructHub comes in. We provide a single platform where professionals and buyers can access real-time verified construction material prices, compare prices from different vendors before purchase, buy materials directly through trusted suppliers, and enjoy full transparency, no hidden charges, no guesswork. We are creating a system of trust where every price is verified and every transaction is trackable. In short, WeConstructHub makes buying construction materials easy, transparent, and trustworthy. Now, what's our vision? Our vision is bold but achievable. We want to become the go-to hub for construction, for everything and anything construction, be it be it your technology, be it your construction materials, be it news updates. We want to be the Google for everything construction related. A place where students can find practice materials and learn, professionals can get verified informations, vendors can reach real buyers, and the entire construction community can connect and grow and collaborate. We see a future where when anyone thinks of construction, their first thought will be WeConstructHub. So today's launch is not just about unveiling a website, it's about starting a movement towards efficiency, trust, and accessibility in the construction industry. And for a fact, we all know that these three things is something that is lacking in the construction industry: efficiency, trust, and accessibility. And we are bringing it now. With WeConstructHub, you are going to make your work easier, your project smoother, and your decisions smarter. So thank you everyone for believing in this vision and being part of this journey. Together, let's build the future of construction with WeConstructHub. So thank you very much, Sarah.
Thank you so much, Joshua, for that wonderful introduction and history about WeConstructHub. So moving further, we are calling on our first speaker, who is QS Kenneth Christopher Nzekwe, FNIQS President, Nigeria Institute of Quantity Surveyors, ably represented by QS Jonathan Daniel Aluachi, FNIQS. Reading the profile of QS Jonathan Daniel Aluachi, FNIQS. Jonathan Daniel Aluachi, sorry, I want to know if he's on the call before I start. Okay, good morning, sir. Okay.
Good morning.
I can continue.
Moderator.
Yes, sir, I can continue now.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Jonathan Daniel Albashi was born on 5th January 1981 in Zaria, Kaduna State. He obtained his national diploma ND in quantity surveying from Nuhu Bamali Polytechnic, Zaria in 2005, and his higher national diploma from Federal Polytechnic Kaura Namoda in 2008, and a postgraduate diploma PGD in procurement and supply chain management from Kaduna State University, which he obtained in 2015. He also holds a postgraduate degree, MTech, in project management with Department of Quantity Surveying, Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University, ATBU, Bauchi. He is a fellow with the Nigeria Institute of Quantity Surveyor and also a registered quantity surveyor with the Quantity Surveying Registration Board of Nigeria. QS Jonathan Daniel Alwashi has served the institute at chapter and national level, different capacity as a resource person at workshops and refresher courses program in the institute. He has presented a couple of papers at the chapter and national level as well. He has served as General Secretary, Nigeria Institute of Quantity Surveyor, Kaduna State Chapter, 2022 to 2024. Secretary, Member Committee, Nigeria Institute of Quantity Surveyor, 2021 to 2023. Lead resource person on the e-logbook training for the candidate and the supervisor, organized by the Nigeria Institute of Quantity Surveyors 2020 to 2022. Logbook and diaries assessor, Nigeria Institute of Quantity Surveyor 2020 to date. Member Education and Training Committee, Nigeria Institute of Quantity Surveyor 2019 to 2021. Public Relations Secretary, Nigeria Institute of Quantity Surveyor, Kaduna State Chapter, 2018 to 2022. Resource Person Tutorials, Nigeria Institute of Quantity Surveyors, Kaduna State Chapter, 2017 to date. Member, Marketing and Corporate Affairs Committee, Nigeria Institute of Quantity Surveyors, 2017 to 2019. Ex officio member, Nigeria Institute of Quantity Surveyor, Kaduna State Chapter 2016 to 2018. Northwest Regional Coordinator, Nigeria Young Quantity Surveyor Forum, Nigeria Institute of Quantity Surveyor 2015 to 2018. Kaduna Chapter Coordinator, Young Quantity Surveyor Forum, Nigeria Institute of Quantity Surveyors 2015 to 2018. QS Adwashi was a member of the NIQS QS/MP job fair in 2016 and 2022 respectively in Abuja. He has mentored a lot of students and probationers, of which today they are corporate members of the institute. He is currently the Secretary Marketing and Corporate Affairs Chairman, Marketing and Corporate Affairs Committee of the Nigeria Institute of Quantity Surveyors, and the Editor-in-Chief, Nigeria Institute of Quantity Surveyors, QS Connect. QS Arashi has over 15 years experience in private practice. He is partner with Rufai Mansik Consultants, Kaduna, a quantity surveying consultant and a project management firm. He has competence in arbitration, project management, and value engineering management. He is married and blessed with 3 children. And QS Alwashi will be taking the position of the president today by sharing his perspective as the president of Nigeria Institute of Quantity Surveyor and practicing quantity surveyor and educator on the value of WeConstructHub marketplace for student, professional, and the wider construction community. Thank you very much. Let's welcome QS Jonathan Daniel Alwashi to the podium. The floor is yours, sir. You have 10 minutes for your presentation. Thank you very much, sir.
Wow. I have 13 slides to present 10 minutes. That will be okay. Thank you very much, Sarah Moise. You are really doing well. Thank you, the organizer or the founder, WeConstructHub, Thomas. Thank you for participants here. First, let me acknowledge or appreciate Mr. President for granting me the privilege to represent him at a function like this or a gathering like this. I want to assure you that Mr. President takes every gathering that has to do with quantity surveyors as serious as his personal business. He is unavoidably absent because of activities that are around him. I hope and pray that I'll be able to stand in for him. Just know that as I speak, Mr. President speaks, because whatever I'll be saying is born out of the slides he has prepared for this function. I don't know if I'm very audible, because while Sarah was reading the citation, the line was breaking. I don't know if I'm breaking as well.
No, sir, you're audible.
Am I okay?
You're audible,
okay, so
sir.
can I have the slide? Can I have the slides shared on the screen, because I'm currently on site, as you can see. I just have to find a place where it will be a bit quiet so that we can all be on the same place. All right. The value of WeConstructHub marketplace for students, professionals, and the wider construction community. This is what we shall be talking about. Let us go to the next slide, please. The next slide. All right. One of the challenges of the construction industry is the delays in completion of projects. Now, these delays do not just come up in a day. And I want to believe one of the causes of delays has to do with management, project management, ranging from the procurement, method of construction, and the likes. Yes, we know that in Nigeria, we are faced with the challenge of prices escalation, unstable market condition. But these few challenges I've mentioned in terms of project management and construction method have also have contributed a chunk to the delays in projects. Hence, construction project delays often result in an increase of initial cost estimate and may cause extensive delays, which could cause a ground for disputes or even arbitration if not well managed. Despite the significance of timely project completion in construction industry, delays continue to be a problem that needs to be solved in the industry. The next slide. The next slide. Information and requirement. Next slide. I'm trying to work with time so that I will not contribute to delay this program as well. So quantity surveyors are professionals who specialize in the financial management of construction projects. They also play a crucial role in various stages of the project life cycle, including pre-construction, construction, and post-construction stages. These traditional duties of the quantity surveyor have been upscaled by the advent of smart technology. As quantity surveyors manage construction costs, quantities, and contract, smart technology helps with advanced digital tools and software that automate and streamline construction processes easily. As quantity surveyors perform tasks like quantity takeoff, cost estimation, and the likes, smart technology can improve accuracy, reduce cost, and enhance collaboration. The benefits are endless. We cannot mention them enough. By embracing smart technology, quantity surveyors can enhance their skills, increase efficiency, and provide more value to clients. Next slide. Then the value of WeConstructHub. Having taken you through the duties of a quantity surveyor, because I'm coming from the angle of a quantity surveyor who is a project manager. Let us look at the WeConstructHub, what we have, or what the WeConstructHub is basing on or is hinging on. The WeConstructHub has focused on providing the latest updates on real-time construction news. Now, for you to be up to date as a quantity surveyor or a project manager or one who is vast in the construction field, you have to be up to date with construction news. News, emergence of technology, you have to be aware of this. Ways to simplify your project. Some of us who went to school earlier in the 90s and the early 20s, you believe with me that there's what we call squaring. After you do your taking off, you do your squaring, you do your abstract before it goes to the bills of quantity. Today's software have abolished all these things. Straight from the software, you do your takeoff and it provides a bill of quantity for you. So for WeConstructHub has focused on providing these latest updates that will aid in our professional activities. The next point is empower the public by providing free education materials, tutorials, and insights. The founder has made mention of this while welcoming us to this seminar. The last point, the WeConstructHub are committed to providing real-time access to current market prices and materials of materials and equipment. I mean, you can agree with me that the success of a project depends on the material and its prices. Once the cost of material and prices were gotten wrongly, the success of this project will never be achieved. No, take me backwards. Take me backwards. The slide before this, please. Who is controlling the slide? The slide before this. The slide before this. All right. So the WeConstructHub is committed to providing real-time access to current market prices of materials and equipment. This will also help. No, I didn't ask you to go, just stay there. This will also help those that are coming into the construction industry newly to be abreast with current prices that will aid them in their construction projects. Let's go to the next slide. The next slide. Infrastructure development. The government is prioritizing infrastructure projects, including roads, bridges, and transportation systems, with a focus on reducing the country's infrastructure deficit. So once you get engaged into new WeConstructHub, it will aid you to understanding from the news aspect of the WeConstructHub. It will help you to understand how the government is doing, or what the government is doing, or what is trending in your community, in your area, and the global world in general. Housing and urbanization. There is a growing demand for affordable housing driven by rapid urbanization and population growth. The government aims to build 550,000 new housing units annually to address the national housing deficit. Hence, as a professional, you know that you have a lot in your hands. You could be directly involved or indirectly involved based on the volume of projects that the government is embarking on. Energy and utilities. Investment in the energy sector are expected also to drive growth with a focus on renewable energy and achieving carbon neutrality by 2060. You would know that the market is widely open and it is business ready for construction professionals. But how do you get involved into this until you are well informed? So New Hub, WeConstructHub will aid or will assist us with information that will guide us through this part. The next point I'll be talking about is the sustainable building practices. With the news items design, there is growing emphasis on sustainable building practices, including green building and energy efficient design to reduce environmental impact. So by getting involved with the WeConstructHub, you'll be able to master the sustainable building practices through their trainings, news, and the likes. Digitization and technology. You can agree with me that the world is going digital and the construction industry is not also left behind. The industry is seeing increased adoption of digital technology, including building information modeling and construction management software to improve efficiency and productivity. These trends are expected to shape the Nigerian construction industry in the coming years, driven by government initiatives and growing demand for infrastructure and housing. Next slide. I have just less than 4 minutes. Next slide. What should the young professional do? What should the young professional do? Next slide. Having listened to this, what should you as a young professional do? You need to develop strong management skills. Focus in improving planning, communication, and problem-solving abilities to efficiently manage projects. Stay updated on industry trends. You need to stay updated on industry trends. If not, you'll be left behind with doing the archaic activities that are no longer trendy. Build relationship with stakeholders. What WeConstructHub is doing now is aiding young professionals to building relationship among stakeholders. So you need to build this relationship. Foster strong relationship with clients, contractors, and suppliers to ensure smooth project execution. Next, prioritize timely communication and learn from seasoned experts. Sessions like this will aid the young professional to learn from seasoned experts because these professionals will share from their experiences. And as they share from their experiences, you pick the positive and you learn from their negatives so that you will not also repeat the mistakes that they have made. The next slide. The next slide. Conclusion. The Nigerian construction industry is expected to grow by 3.1% in terms of, I pick again, in real times in 2025, supported by a rise in construction loans and the government's investment in oil and gas and infrastructure projects. According to the Central Bank of Nigeria, the annual average total credit to the construction industry grew 5% year on year at the end of April 2025, reaching about 2.4 trillion naira, which is equivalent to 1.3 billion US dollar, compared to 2.2 trillion naira, equivalent to 1.2 billion US dollar at the end of April 2024. Preceded by annual growth of 6 to 1.4% in 2024. Therefore, as young professionals, you need to engage with WeConstructHub so as to widen your horizon, increase your capacity, and make you think ahead even before. All this, you need to identify and evaluate market opportunities and forecasting methodologies. You need to assess the market growth potential to know where you need to step in and where you don't need to step into. You need to understand the latest industry and market trends. This can never be overemphasized. I think almost every slide I've been talking about the current industry right from the introduction. So as a young professional, you need to understand the latest industry and market trends, where I believe WeConstructHub is doing that. Evaluate comparative risk and success factors to weigh the balancing. Assess business risk, including costs, regulatory, and competitive pressures. Lastly, all this and many more you can find when you subscribe to WeConstructHub. Thank you, and have a successful session.
Thank you so much for this wonderful insights. Wonderful section from you, QS, Jonathan, Daniel, and Washi. Thank you so much. We really appreciate the president for giving us this opportunity, for sharing his insights on this wonderful program. Thank you so much. And we look forward for the question and answer at the end of the section, and it will be shared across the board. Thank you so much, sir. So we're going for the second speaker. Who we have here? Please, do we have our second speaker on the call? QS Jami B. Nomberi.
Good morning.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning,
yes,
sir.
Good morning.
Welcome to Welcome on board. Welcome on
Thank
board.
you.
So I'll be reading the profile of QS Jami Thanks Nomberi FNI QS. Jami B Thanks Nomberi is a distinguished quantity surveyor and a procurement practitioner. He obtained his first degree in quantity surveying from the Rivers State University of Science and Technology in 2007, and MSc in Construction Management, University of Uyo. He is currently a PhD research student in Construction Management, University of Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. His work experience spans several sectors, including building and civil engineering, construction, oil and gas installations, and public procurement. Following his active employment with Fieldmark Construction Company, Abuja, Tenhit Simi Motobi Nigeria Limited, Escavo Gas to Liquid Project, Delta State, and River State Bureau of Public Procurement. He has attended several training on procurement, including procurement management and designing tenders, and fundamentals of procurement in Nigeria, procurement management in the public sector, and public procurement management for goods and physical service in Turin, Italy, and a training on government procurement agreement in the World Trade Organization headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland. He has been actively involved in several high-profile projects in building, heavy engineering, and oil and gas, including the Escavo Gas to Liquid project in Delta State and several building roads, bridges, and flyover projects in River State. He is a fellow of the Nigeria Institute of Quantity Surveyor, a registered quantity surveyor, a certified carbon assessment professional, and a fellow of the Institute of Corporate Administration. He has served in the various capacities in the NIQS and is currently the chairman River State chapter of the Nigeria Institute of Quantity Surveyor and is zonal representative South-South at the National Executive Council, NEC, of the Institute. As part of his career objective and commitment towards empowering young quantity surveyors with the right knowledge and tools to help them excel in their career, QS Nomberi is currently a lecturer at the Department of Quantity Surveying, River State University, RSU, on pro bono basis. Wow. And he sponsors some fresh graduates of the university to be trained on the use of Plan Swift, EQS2, and Microsoft Excel for measurement and preparation of bill of quantity. He is happily married to Mrs. Pardon me, sir, so I will not murder this name. So Kem Pirim JT Nomberi, and their marriage is blessed with 3 lovely boys. QS Nomberi will be taking us on the important or relevant, reliable price data and fast access to information, and how the WeConstruct marketplace bridges that gap. QS Nomberi, you have the floor. Welcome. You have 10 minutes, sir. Sir, you have the floor. Hello, sir. Are you on the call? I think he's having a network glitch. Let's give him some minutes. I think there's a network issue over there. So
Hello,
do
please.
we have
My
our
network. Can you hear me?
okay, sir? Are you back?
Yes, I'm back. Please, I had this
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
network
You
glitch.
can have the floor.
Okay, thank you very much, Sarah, for having me. My name is Jamaibi Nombere. I work with Rivers State Bureau on public procurement. Sorry, please. Am I clear?
Yes, sir. You are
Hello.
clear.
Okay,
Yes,
just
sir.
move
Yes,
this.
sir.
Move the slide. You're on the cover page. Okay, my name is Jamaibi. Thanks, Nombere. I work with Rivers State Bureau on public procurement. This webinar caught my attention because it's about procurement. And even though the job I do is more of public procurement, we understand that public procurement is what drives procurement generally in globally in terms of in our country, Nigeria, and globally. And as a bureau, we are custodians of procurement. And the bulk of government purchases, the bulk of government acquisition. We earlier said that procurement is the acquisition of goods, works, and services. And what we do in public procurement is you just add using government resources. And the difference between public and private procurement is that in public procurement, you are using government resources. And so the fundamental principles of procurement must be strictly adhered to. And that is why the Bureau on Public Procurement is set up as a custodian of the public procurement law to look at what the ministries, departments, and agencies of government, what are they procuring? If they are procuring roads, if they are procuring bridges, if they are procuring houses and other, these are procurement items that fall under the category of works. Or if they are procuring goods, also maybe vehicles and some other items that are needed in the ministries, those ones fall under goods. And also if they are procuring consultancy and non-consultancy services. So the responsibility of the Bureau is to ensure that whatever they are doing is in line with value for money and what we call fitness for purpose. We understand that there are struggles within the procurement value chain that both the service providers, or if you like, you can call them the contractors, and those in government, that is the ministries, the departments, and the agencies, they go through a lot of struggles. So that was what sparked my interest when I was contacted to be part of this launch by WeConstructHub. And I must commend the initiator and driver of this process, Mr. Thomas. I think you are doing a very good job, because I can tell you that as a Biriu, sorry, I'm doing a lot of background talk before going into the topic. It's not much, but I just want to relate what we are doing to this launch and see that there are avenues for collaboration. I think that is more important than to say. So as a Biriu, we even at the department that is called Research and Price Intelligence Department. What is the responsibility of the Research and Price Intelligence? I can tell you that it's part of what WeConstructHub is doing, but I believe that WeConstructHub is being more digitized than the Research and Price Intelligence Department, because what they do, they go to the market, get the prices of materials, the prices of goods, and every other item that is required for procurement, and they put it in their database, and from time to time they update this information for the public. But unfortunately, the department was not properly constituted, or if you like, you can say composed, because there is no quantity surveyor in that department, as important as that department is. So what the best they can do is to get the price of material, say price of rod, price of cement, price of sand. There is no intelligence, if you ask me. It's just market survey. And sometimes, if you're not a professional too, maybe you are a marketer, you studied marketing, you may not understand the intricacies that are involved in getting the right price of the right material. So that's a lacuna there. So I believe that with WeConstructHub, we can even collaborate with the Bureau to ensure that this research and price intelligence is properly done, so that the public procurement value chain can be improved. There will be value added to that service, because a lot of people depend on the information they get there to get their final price, which they use to bid for construction work. And like for example, in building projects, there are a lot of items that are involved. So it's time consuming developing rates, unit rates, that will be priced against your quantities to enable you participate in a competitive bid. So I strongly believe that the Bureau will be very interested in what WeConstructHub is doing. I haven't said that. I just want to quickly look at what the outcome of this presentation will be. And the first of all is to recognize key procurement struggles. The second one is to identify the impact of procurement struggles in cost management. And lastly, to understand the importance of reliable price data in procurement and cost management. Next slide, please. Now, as a way of introduction, I would say procurement plays a crucial role in controlling organization costs. Very true. And procurement struggles are challenges organizations faced in acquisition of goods and services, goods, works, and services in an efficient, cost-effective manner. Efficient cost management ensures profitability, competitiveness, and sustainability. Absolutely correct. Now, WeConstructHub is an online platform based in Nigeria. The aim of the platform is to serve construction stakeholders. That's the ministries, they are stakeholders, the contractors, they are stakeholders, and the vendors that are providing these services, they are all stakeholders of the construction industry, the clients, everybody, they're all stakeholders. Now, WeConstructHub is redefining how professionals assess verified material prices and buy with confidence. So when you're going there, sometimes you need to assess when you are getting the information today, tomorrow when you are going to buy, if there is a difference in price, it will affect your original cost estimate. So confidence is very important. A lot of times when people are trying to find out the prices of material, it's not that they want to buy it, it's because they are making a budget for something they will buy tomorrow. So if there is no confidence, then it becomes a challenge. Now let's look at the key procurement struggles. The first one is inaccurate cost estimate. Now, when you are estimating your cost and it is not accurate, what is going to happen? Definitely, you will either underestimate or you will overestimate. Now, both are problems. If you underestimate, it's a serious problem. It will lead to what the Bible said in Luke chapter 14, verse 28. That which of you intending to build a tower, seated not down first and count the cost, whether it has sufficient to finish it. Lest aptly, after he started to build and is not able to finish, people began to mock him, saying, this man began to build and is not able to finish it. Overestimation is a problem too, because it will create room for corruption. If they see that you have so much money left that is not needed, then people will begin to pay for to steal from there. Also, it will deny you another project that you would have done by overestimating for one project that you shouldn't have. Now, what is the next problem? It's price volatility. The market is very volatile in our economy. Today, you go to market, price is 10 naira. You go tomorrow, price change to 12 naira. And I see this a lot in reinforcement. A lot of time, there was a day I wanted to buy reinforcement. In the morning, I got the price for the client. And when I went in the afternoon to buy, they said the price changed by 12 o'clock. So it's a problem. Poor procurement planning. Another struggle is poor procurement planning. Planning is very important. If you don't plan, at the time that you need the material, you begin to rush. And what will happen? At that point, either you will lose a lot of money, either buying the wrong quantity, which means you're going to go a second time to purchase. You're spending additional money in your transportation, you're increasing your carbon footprint. So there's a lot of challenge when you don't plan properly. If you plan properly, you can coordinate all the materials you need for a particular task and transport them in one trip. But I've sensed a lot of times people don't plan properly. They will depend on the artisan. They say bring 10 bags. They will bring 10 or bring 10 pieces of wood. They'll bring 10. Then when they finish out, they say bring another 20. So for one exercise, you see that they spend transportation 3 or 4 times for something that would have been done once. So that is absolutely poor planning. The other thing is an issue of corruption, which is become endemic in our society. So if you don't plan properly, you will create room for corruption to come about. Then the next one is inadequate market intelligence. I said that we add this research and price intelligence department. So if the intelligence is right, you have a proper benchmark. So that benchmark can serve as a reference in the future, because these prices, there's a trend, there's a price trend that usually happens. So if there's a proper intelligence that is done, there's a proper research that is done, and there is a trusted benchmark, in the future, even in the next 10, 20 years, you can begin to predict what will happen in the market in 10 years. You can predict what will happen in the market in 20 years. And this is very important when you are executing very large projects. Like one of the challenges we had when I was working at Escravos, because it's a very large project with about 15,000 workforce spanning over 20 companies working on the same site. So you see that every time they shift the goalposts, that the estimated project cost is shifting from so amount to so amount. So that is a very serious problem. Then we have limited adoption of technology. Now that's where WeConstructHub come in, because the technology WeConstructHub is coming with is a recent technology that is going to scrap or remove this manual approach to project planning, project implementation, execution, and all of that. Then lack of collaboration. There is lack of collaboration within the procurement and the cost management unit. So most times they find out that during cost construction, execution, those that are in charge of managing costs, they don't have the support of those that are in procurement. So it creates a lot of struggles for the project team. Let's go to the next slide, please. Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Sarah, can you hear me?
You. Yes, sir. Yes,
okay,
sir.
Good. Now, what these struggles that we are talking about, what is the impact on cost management? The first one is cost overrun. Definitely, when you struggle with all of these during your procurement and this, what you have is a cost overrun. What you estimated to execute the project, you definitely not achieve that cost estimate. Then the next one is budgetary instability. Definitely the budget that you planned for that procurement will be unstable. You see, I told you that when we are doing the Escravos project, the budget will move from point A, shift the goalpost to point B, then all of that. And when this is happening, it will lead to project delay and possibly abandonment if there are no enough, more than enough resources, I would say, to execute the project. Sometimes there are, maybe for government, you can say, well, government has a lot of money. What about the private sector individual? Maybe they don't have deep pockets. If their pocket is not deep, what will happen? They see a lot of abandoned projects in our society. Some of them are even serving as hideouts for criminals. So this is one of the impacts of not planning properly, the impact of the struggle that you go through in procurement. Now, this will lead to increased contract claims and dispute. There will be, when a contractor is at the point where he can no longer carry some of these burdens, the burden of price fluctuation and all of that, definitely it will begin to make claims, fluctuation claims and other claims. And when the clients, at the point, sometimes clients say, no, this is a fixed price contract. We don't want any claim. We don't want any fluctuation, that you've signed a contract that is a fixed price. And the contractor says, no, yes, I signed a fixed price contract, but look at the situation, I can no longer bear. You see, it leads to a dispute. And that brings about a distortion of a cash flow. Sometimes the cash flow, the contractor has planned that from point A, it needs so amount to execute the project. Now, when there is fluctuation and all of this,
you have 5 more minutes.
Yes, I will quickly go through it now. Definitely, the cash flow will be distorted, and this will bring about inflation. When there's a future project, it will lead to inflation and the erosion of stakeholder confidence. If you are executing a project where there are a lot of discrepancies, there are a lot of dispute and all of that, stakeholder, that's why sometimes you see they are delisting contractors. If you go to the Bureau of Public Procurement, they say they are delisting a contractor because they have lost confidence in the contractor's ability. Go to the next slide. The contractor's ability to deliver projects within budget, within cost, and within quality. Sometimes they compromise quality in order to meet up with the cost. So there are a lot of anomalies. Go to the next slide, please. Now, what are the importance of reliable price data? Is very important. A reliable price data will bring about efficient procurement and budget planning. It will lead to accurate cost estimation. It will lead to improve the negotiation power. It will reduce the risks. It will enhance transparency and accountability. then it will lead to efficient resource allocation, and it will build a strong foundation for digital cost management. So it's very important to have to have a reliable price data, so that your planning of cost, your procurement, and your project execution will be seamless. It will flow seamlessly, and it will help you to deliver your project efficiently and help you to gain stakeholder confidence. The next slide. Now, WeConstructHub Marketplace, what do they do? That's where they come in. When you're looking for reliable price data, go to WeConstructHub Marketplace, because there is an online platform for reliable and consistent price data that you can trust. They give you insight and trends in the construction sector in Nigeria. And there is a marketplace for real-time access to current material and equipment prices, current labor prices, and all of that. And you have a quick access. You don't need to be running to the market every time you need information. You just go to the site, you get all the information you need. So you can do your procurement planning and your cost management efficiently. Go to the next slide. So in conclusion, I would like to say that addressing procurement struggle is essential for robust cost management. It's a challenge, we understand, but it is very important to address it. And then strategic procurement transforms cost centers into value drivers. So at WeConstructHub, they are offering you a reliable market for effective procurement and construction cost management, enable you deliver value for money. So always let's collaborate. I'd like us to collaborate with WeConstructHub to ensure that we get this right among states. We understand that prices of construction differs. Every project is unique. Prices of construction material differs across states. The price of construction in Rivers State is quite different from the price of construction in Delta or up in the north, due to local sourcing. We have what we call location of industry, nearness to source of raw materials. All of these affect the overall cost of project. But if there is collaboration, this platform can be as the center for connecting all the states in the country. And with this, we can contribute positively to some of the challenges of housing provision, infrastructure deficit, and all of that. So that at the end of the day, it's going to be a win-win situation for all. Thank you very much. Sorry for the network glitch, and thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. We really appreciate your time for sharing your insight on this topic. Thank you so much, sir. We move over to the next speaker. Our next speaker for today is QS Bolaji Shotunde. Okay, welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
Okay, welcome, sir. So I'll be reading the profile for Bolaji Shotunde. Okay. Mr. Bolaji Oluwadamilola Shotunde, DIP, QS, MBA, Cost Management, Prince 2, FNI QS, Register QS, AICM, FINSTLM, MICIARB. Mr. Bolaji Shotunde is a consummate and dedicated quantity surveyor, cost management consultant, and project management professional with over 2 decades of experience within the construction and real estate industry. He is a decisive, action-oriented, and result-focused individual. with strong leadership, technical and analytical skills, and a clear understanding of processes and their application to manage and achieve expectation on project mandate through timely and systematic delivery, strict adherence to quality, while judiciously expending budget within stipulated durations. He commenced his professional career in 2005 with the Royal Robe and Associates, a quantity surveying firm, as a trainee quantity surveyor, where he acquired primary skills of the profession, having assisted with the preparation of tender documents and contract administration processes. In 2009, he joined Consul Associates, a quantity surveying firm, as a project quantity surveyor, where he further developed his skills as a professional until August 2011, when he joined Savant Integrated Concept Limited, the pioneer fully indigenous project management company focused on providing superior services to clients in the construction and real estate industry, and where he is currently serves as the chief operating officer of the company in an independent capacity. As the cost consultant and project manager, he has been involved in a number of high-end projects, both outside and within Lagos State. In 2016, he led a team of construction experts to the World Architectural Festival Award, which held in Berlin, Germany, for the presentation of an artistic high-rise modern-day office project to be developed in Lagos, Nigeria, and the team emerged second among the participants at the festival. QS Shotunde is a certified quantity surveyor and a Prince 2 project management practitioner. He is an associate member of the Certified Institute of Cost Management of Nigeria and associate member of the Commonwealth Association of Surveying and Land Economists, and a member of the Institute of Construction Industry Arbitrators. He is a fellow and a registered member of the Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors, and is passionate about bringing identity, relevance, and visibility to the profession. He is the immediate past secretary International Affairs of the Institute, and during his tenure, he successfully coordinates the execution of the mutual recognition agreement between the Nigeria Institute of Quantity Surveyor and the Australia Institute of Quantity Surveyor, the New Zealand Institute of Quantity Surveyor, and as well as a certificate of collaboration with the Royal Institute of Malaysia Quantity Surveyor Division. Furthermore, he was appointed vice chairman of the International Federation FIC Commission 10 Working Group on Project and Commercial Management. QS Shotunde is the principal of E320 Associates, a firm which provides quantity surveying, project management, and develops service solutions, and is also the chairman of the Busy Build Group, an event planning, training, and management company, which continuously provides event planning and management training to members of the profession and has actively trained over 2,000 event planners. Wow. As a training consultant, facilitator, lead strategy, and a public speaker who is passionate about leadership and the development of young professionals. He has been a speaker at several international events, including those organized by the Rwanda Institute of Quantity Surveyors in Kigali, Rwanda, and International Federation of Surveyors in Florida, USA. Further to this, in 2018, he was part of the delegations from the Nigeria Employer Collaborative Association to the African Union headquarters in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, to discuss matters of job creation and opportunities for youth development and capacity building. Due to his contribution to the leadership course. He is a fellow of the Institute of Leadership Management, UK. In 2019, he was recognized for his contribution as the PMO, Leader of Servant, which brilliantly represented Nigeria at the 2019 PMO Global Award. As part of his contribution towards the development of young professionals, he has been a voluntary resource person for the Project Management and Mandatory Refresher Course program of the NIQS since 2016, and he delivered a number of technical papers in several notable workshops for the NIQS across the country, including Akure, Ondo State, Lagos, and Port Harcourt, Rivers State. He has been the lead facilitator at the national program of the Institute since 2018. He is also currently the governor of the New Managers Community Group of the Covenant Christian Center. A group provides corporate professionals who are transitioning from being team members to leaders with the much needed skills and knowledge required to prepare for positional leadership, capacity development, and team building, and which he has trained over 1,000 members to date. He is married with children. QS Shotunde Bolaji will be highlighting the challenge construction firms face in sourcing material and how a platform like WeConstructHub Marketplace provide practical solutions. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us today. The floor is
Wow,
yours.
fantastic. Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
Thank you, Sarah. Please confirm that you can hear me and you can see my screen.
Yes, we can hear you.
And you can see the screen. Fantastic. Okay.
Your screen.
Thank you for such a beautiful profile. For a minute, I thought you were giving the paper presentation already because that was a lengthy one. But again, I appreciate that. I think it gives credibility to the performance over the years. And I must thank quantity surveyors within and outside the shores of Nigeria, leaders, principals who have worked with, chairmen and the likes who've imparted in my life over the years and got me to where I am. And I guess at some point in time, we didn't start giving back, which is why when I was invited to speak at this event, I jumped at it because I believe that is one of the ways we can continually reinforce the commitment of quantity surveyors to nation building. Quite a number of what we do can only be achieved if we are visible, if people understand that there are quantity surveyors around, if people understand the value that we can bring to the table. But if people do not actually even know about you, if they do not know about your profession, if there's no publicity, if there's no marketability as to what you do as a professional, it's difficult for them to even reach out to you to provide value. So every opportunity I have to talk about the quantity surveying profession is always welcome. At the same time, also use it as a platform to also encourage and build people moving up. So once again, thank you for this opportunity to join the team and to speak today. And I do hope that very few minutes we're going to spend together will be a bit enlightening. All right. So as I proceed, basically just talking about challenges of construction firms. In terms of my introduction notes, is generally just to speak about what the construction industry is all about. Okay, we all know definitely that a vital driver of economic growth, particularly not just in Nigeria, all over the world, has to do with the construction industry. Quite a lot of what drives the economy of any nation has to do within the construction industry. And as the case is that as vital as that industry is also the most fragmented, meaning that there are so many layers to it. There are so many layers, so many bottlenecks, so many independencies, so many dependencies, so many silos, such that a critical component of every project success lies in how effectively materials are sourced, procured, and delivered. So you come from a particular sector that is very vital to any nation building, to an industry at large, that also has a lot of fragments. And we're seeing some of those fragments have to do with the resources, sourcing, procurement, and the logistics of it. So we continually have a challenge of addressing this particular issue within an industry that is so vital to the economic growth as a whole. So I will speak specifically to these things, okay, as invited. I will speak to the following objectives. I'm going to speak to the challenges faced in sourcing these materials, the fragmentation that we find in the construction industry, particularly in line with procurement, okay, and also speak to how digital solutions, so that what WeConstructHub is trying to do is going to help address this issue. So invariably, this is an overview of what I'm going to be discussing. Very, very short presentation, and we'll tie into what WeConstructHub is trying to do, which I believe is still the next big thing, really, that should be happening, not just within our own immediate environment, but across all sectors, as the case may be. So, Sarah, please confirm that you can still hear me, as I like to have interactions when I speak.
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Fantastic. Okay, let's just confirm, what is the color of the screen? What is the background color of my slide? Just to be sure that you're also seeing what I'm
Red.
seeing.
Red.
Red. Okay, it's a mixture of orange on my end, so I guess can call red and orange at the same time. Okay,
Yeah,
Sarah.
red
So we
and
can move forward.
yes.
Fantastic. Okay, so let's go. I'm going to very, very address quickly the current sourcing landscape. What we know currently in Nigeria within the economy as a whole, in terms of the current sourcing landscape. The current sourcing landscape, the way I see it, is what the Gen Zs, as a way, will call old school. All right, imagine these tools. Imagine people still using rulers, using compasses. The current landscape in terms of sourcing in Nigeria, as the case it is, has to do with traditional sourcing. We are still doing quite a number of things in terms of manually. There's also no central visibility, meaning that there's no hub, there's no one-stop shop where you can get some of these things. So if I will speak to what I mean by traditional sourcing, I'm saying that in this day and age, quite a number of construction professionals are still relying on phone calls. They are still relying on, oh, let me call Mr. Moses, who had delivered, who I know is into a particular product. I need to rely on phone calls to call him. Or, oh, can I get a referral? We see it in a lot of our construction industry platforms where you see people just come and ask, oh, I need a vendor who supplies brick wall. I need a vendor who supplies tiles. People could through referrals. We also have people who at this day and age also still do markets, physical market surveys. That is the traditional thing. When people dedicate a particular day, I remember growing up, this is one of the in thing as an intern, as a quantity surveyor. One of the things you know you will do is to do a market survey, where you must go out to selected market areas and go and physically ask for prices. That is the current sourcing landscape. That has been the traditional thing. And invariably, we are saying that this creates a kind of a manual process of doing things. It is slow and it is a disconnected process, meaning that it is not centralized in any way. And as you begin to have rising costs, inflation, tighter timelines, it becomes a demand for smarter procurement system. Imagine if I have to wait to get somebody on the phone. Imagine if I have to wait to get a particular market and come back before I can get a particular price. Imagine the disconnect. Imagine the slowness at which we need to wait. Some of us might want to go to a particular market and tell you, oh, we don't open on Thursdays. So you have to wait till Friday. It begins to have fragmentations, okay, within that traditional line of process that you want to build. So invariably, as it is right now, quite a number of what we do is using this traditional sourcing that is manually inclined and that does not give us a centralized system. And the moment you begin to understand that, see, inflation, stricter timelines, unpredictability of the economy, you begin to understand that there's a need for it to have a smarter way of driving these processes. So what are these key challenges, okay, that we're going to talk about in terms of this current landscape that I just emphasized on? Number one thing is this, that there's price instability. You can go to a vendor on a Friday and ask for a price, and probably on a Saturday use it to do your planning. By Monday, the same vendor can tell you when you go back to buy the product that, see, it has changed. We're talking about a supply chain and logistics issues. It's centered around this current landscaping. These are challenges we are dealing with. We're also talking about the lack of transparency and trust when you talk about this current landscape. And if you put all this together, I'm probably going to share with you one or two ideas that I think concerning it. So if you talk zeroing in on price instability, for instance, we're talking about rapid price change affects cost planning. We are talking about frequent cost overruns due to supplier price fluctuations. You're also talking about contractors struggle to maintain financial predictability. A whole lot of things happen when you talk about the current challenges within the current landscape. There's just so much you cannot predict it. Everything changes, okay? not just from the suppliers, and even from where the supplier is getting it from. One government policy can just happen and everything is going to change. We also have a lot of issues with supply chain and logistics. We are talking about import restrictions. We are talking about logistics bottlenecks. We are talking about low local production. We are talking about material delays directly translate to project delays. And of course, we are talking about impact of project cash flow and client confidence. There's a lot that has to do with all of this affecting the current landscape in terms of supply chain and logistics. It is not just straightforward. As long as you begin to have those bottlenecks, as long as you still need to go to a particular market to ask for prices, as long as you still need to rely on phone calls and referrals, there's no straightforward line in terms of supply chain. There's fragmentation, meaning that you begin to have issues with logistics, issues with delays, issues with local, even the local, low local production and all of that. And of course, lack of transparency and trust within this current landscape of getting sourcing of materials. Who do we even trust to give us the right materials? Informal supplier network lead to inconsistent quality. In as much as it is informal, in as much as I'm just picking up my phone call and just calling somebody, in as much as you are just telling me to call Mr. Moses, how do I confirm that the quality of what Mr. Moses is talking to me about in terms of price meets the requirements of my client? How do I know that this cost data that I'm getting from Mr. Moses, if the quality is actually what I need for my project? So we are saying that people run a risk of having substandard or wrong materials, or you even discover it when it's too late. For some of us, because we do not have direct access to these things, because we need to rely on phone calls, by the time we order those same building materials, by the time they get to us, we begin to see that, oh, it's even substandard, we can't even use it. And there's a complete lack of supplier verification and high project risk as a result out of that. How do I verify that this Mr. Moses you are telling me to call actually has a very good product? How do I verify that this referral or this particular market I've gone to, how am I sure that the guy selling it at a retail price is selling the original product? So we can see that all of these bottlenecks and challenges is a risk, as it were, to the project, this construction industry that we're talking about. And if you have to cascade all these things together, Sarah, if you have to cascade all these things together, what does that lead us to?
Yeah.
It leads us to process
Can you come again with the question?
inefficiency. I just want to catch you if you're following me, Sarah, so we can continue together. Okay,
I'm following you,
fantastic.
sir. I'm following you, sir.
Fantastic. So we'll talk about process inefficiency. If there's price instability, if there are issues with supply chain and logistics, and if there's lack of transparency and trust, then definitely there's going to be an inefficiency of our process. And when we say a process is inefficient, we are more or less saying that, see, the manual quotations, the phone follow-ups, the physical invoicing are all not efficient enough. How many things do you want to write on paper? How many phone follow-ups do you want to do? How many contacts do you want to have? It brings about time wasting, across procurement cycles, poor documentation, and limited visibility on orders. Okay, so as it is, the current landscape, okay, has a lot of challenges, which is why I believe so much that WeConstruct has come at the right time. And I'm just going to speak to very quickly what WeConstruct, I believe, is all about, and how I believe that it can help manage this current landscape that is full of all of these challenges. Sarah, can I go on?
Yes, sir, you can go on.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Okay, so we have this. It says, see, WeConstruct has to do with few things, and I'm just going to highlight what it means here. We're talking about a digital marketplace. We're talking about having real-time access to information. We're talking about promoting efficiency and transparency. That is the core of what I believe WeConstructHub is all about. In terms of their marketplace, we are talking about connecting construction firms with verified suppliers, at least at the click of a button, at your place of convenience, wherever you are in the world. You know that you have a digital marketplace, whereabout at the click of a button, you know that you have verified suppliers who are listed on a digital platform that you can easily gain accessibility to in terms of their pricing, in terms of their resources, in terms of their procurement. We are talking about real-time access. We are saying, see, as of today, you can find out what the material prices and logistics is getting them across to you on the go. You don't have to wait for Thursday open market day. You don't have to wait for Tuesday when it's only the days the tilers open. You don't have to wait for Fridays when it's only the days for plumbing markets. No, we are saying that you have real-time access to this data across board. And in terms of efficiency and transparency, we are saying you can actually trace the sourcing of these materials. WeConstruct can help create that chain of events for you to trace exactly where are these materials coming from. You have that back-end configuration at the end of the day. And this is what WeConstructHub is all about. The philosophy of it is procurement made easy, faster, simpler, and greener. And that is overview of what WeConstruct is all about. And that's why I'm particularly happy that it is coming to light. And I keep saying these things. Beyond talking about even sourcing of materials, as the case may be, like WeConstruct, even as construction professionals, even as quantity surveying professionals, when you're talking about the marketability of the profession, we need to understand that we also need to go away from the old way of doing things. This is the age of IT. This is the age of social media. How much of our professionalism is out there in the public domain for people to see? How much of our activities that we're doing as quantity surveyors is in the public domain? We have major events coming up very soon. What is the traffic looking like on the social media platform? Where are we talking about our professions? Even our WhatsApp platforms, how many people know that we are quantity surveyors? We must begin to find a way to harness the power of IT, to harness the power of digital marketplace, so that all of us can stay relevant. I recall one of the things we achieved when I was the Secretary of International Affairs of Nigerian Quantity Surveyors was to provide a situation whereby we can have bilateral agreement called reciprocity agreement, where as a quantity surveyor in Nigeria with your NIQS certificate, you can go to Australia tomorrow and tender your NIQS certificate there in Australia and go through a process where you can then attain a certificate as an Australian Institute of Quantity Surveyor. It is because we're able to promote the value, because we're able to show to them over there in Australia that, see, the quantity surveyors in Nigeria have what it takes to be at par with international colleagues. And when we're able to share what we do, compare with what they do as well, we realize that, see, we're much more qualified than that. But that only happened because we projected our image in a way and manner within the international community that gave value to quantity surveyors. So you must begin to understand the power of digital media. And not only did we do Australia, we had the same arrangement with New Zealand, we had the same arrangement with Malaysia, and we even re-emphasized and recommitted what we had with Canada. So quite a lot of things is going on, and I'm so happy that this is also coming to the front burner. So where do we go from here? How will WeConstruct solve some of these challenges? And it's very few, and I'm going to just go straight to the point. We're talking about a digital system that allows you to have price transparency, meaning that you're able to compare live prices from verified suppliers. We're saying you can have verified vendors, meaning that you can have quality assurance and supplier vetting. You have a digital workflow, meaning you can master quotation approval and you can order processes. You have integrated logistics. You can monitor real-time delivery, tracking and updates. And of course, data analytics. You can have insights on spending, on supplier performance and trend. The opportunity is just limitless. If I tell you that, collaborating platform when project teams and finance work in sync. As an overview, all of this is able to give you a standardized procurement practice, reduce cost overruns and project delays, improve professionalism and accountability, and of course, promoting sustainable, traceable, and digital construction practices. The single, ladies and gentlemen, and of course, Sarah, what I'm saying in essence is this, that material sourcing and challenges are systemic. They are not just operational. It is a systemic thing. And if you are not able to change the system, the current landscape at which you work, if you are not ready to do that, then you cannot improve your operations, which is why WeConstruct has come into play. So you must talk about the system at which you are using to source your procurement and materials. You must move from the traditional landscape of doing things to a digital space. You must also understand that the future lies in digital data-driven procurement ecosystem. That is the future. If you're a quantity surveyor, if you're a construction professionals, or any professional that you are, if you are not leveraging digital system, if you are still stuck in the ways of doing things, following paperwork, you are far behind and you have no value in the scheme of things. WeConstructHub Marketplace bridges that gap, connecting demand, supply, and trust. And believe you me, Sarah, to build smarter, you must source smarter. Okay? And this is why I say thank you for having me. I hope I've been able to very summarily give an overview of what is expected challenges and what WeConstructHub is coming to do. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for sharing your insight on this topic. And we'll be sharing questions in the comment box, but before we attend to the questions, I would like to invite the founder to give us the marketplace demo. Joshua, you have the floor.
Okay.
So welcome to the walkthrough of WeConstructHub construction marketplace. So the first welcome to the walkthrough of WeConstructHub construction marketplace. So the first step will be going to shop.weconstructhub.com. That is the website URL for the WeConstructHub construction marketplace. Upon opening the website, this is what it looks like. So this is to talk to our customer service agent here. And this is what the marketplace look like. So to find the product, you can click on this, or you can just scroll down and just go through the product you want to get. So let's say, for instance, you are getting this product. You just click on add to cart, and if you want to add more of this product to cart, you can click on the view cart icon here to add to cart. So this is just me showing how to. So upon add to cart, you proceed to checkout. So easy. But now, before proceeding to checkout, let's just play around the marketplace. Okay, so let's go back to the marketplace. Okay, so this is our categories. If you want to shop for building materials, you click on building materials here, and you'll see the various materials we have under building materials. Also, if you want to go further to a specific type, if it's brick, blocks, stones, or cement mortar, you can click on it. So let's take, for instance, you want to buy this. Let's add it to cart. Now, before adding to cart, it's always advisable for you to click on the product itself to read more details about it, because this is where you are going to see your location. As you can see, it is 45, but you are buying it for 4,000 because it is discounted. Now, deliver to anywhere in Lagos. That is, if you are in Lagos, you can order this, including delivery. But now, in some of the products, you might see that deliver to only Ikeja in Lagos, deliver to only Wuse in Abuja. So take note of that before you add to cart. Read the description to know if the product will be able to get to where you are going. Then you can add it to cart just by clicking on add to cart. Okay, so let's explore another section. So this is to sign up. We'll do that when you want to check out. Now this is to view your cart, and this is the price for all what we have added to cart, 9,500 naira. So let's proceed. Let's explore another section. Now this icon here is to search. This is to view your cart. This is to open an account. If you want to become a vendor, click on this to also view your cart, the marketplace. Now, if you want to go straight to viewing all of our categories, you can just come here and you see all of our categories, and you click the one exactly you want and you go further. Also, okay, so let's go here, plumbing and water systems. Upon opening this, you can go for any of these subsections you are looking to get a product under. So that is how the marketplace works. Very easy to use. Okay, so now let's proceed to check out. As seen here, you can easily add to cart whatever you want. And if you are not seeing what you want here, you can just come to this search button and search for what you want, or come to this category and go to the section. And if you're a vendor, you can come here to click on to become a vendor. And note, when you are ordering a product, always remember to check the description for location details. And for now, delivery to anywhere is free. So make use of that while it lasts. So now let's view our cart and check out. Okay. And sometimes in the description there might be minimum order too. So in the description, if you see minimum order of, let's say, 100 pieces, that is, here you have to put 100. If you put less than 100, upon checking out, you will check out, but we'll reach out to the vendor. If the vendor cannot proceed with that quantity, we'll have to refund you. So let's update cart and proceed to check out. Okay, so let's proceed to check out. Now, upon checking out, since you're a new user, okay, as you can see, free shipping. Our shipping is what? Free. So you have to fill in these details. Okay. Your name, your address. Now be specific in this address. Also add your city. We advise you put your phone number so we can call you if you are not reachable via email. Then add a note to your order. This note is, we advise you to put your number of delivery. So you can say 30, for instance, 30 tons. Okay, you can put your address. You can put 35 Allen Avenue. And for delivery details, you can put how you want it to be delivered, when you want it to be delivered, and all of those things. You can put it here. Then you proceed to place order. Okay, a last name. Let's put this there. Okay, so you can pay with card, pay with transfer, pay via your bank, pay via USSD, or pay via OPay. Now, for the payment, we'll be using transfer. And note, your payment is protected. As you can see, we are using Paystack, and it is protected because upon payment, trust us that your money is in safe hands. Because when you get your product and it's not what you want, you can always complain and you will be refunded. So let's make. So upon payment, it's just going to show as displayed earlier, and it's going to bring you here. So now you can see the vendor you bought it from. You can see what you bought. You bought a product test, and you bought another product, one square laminate wooden flooring panel. Okay, because you did not buy from one vendor, you bought from multiple vendors. Okay, so this is your details here and your billing address right here. So this is how we reach out to you, your Gmail, your phone, and all of that. So that will be all. And upon getting your product, when you come back here, you will see that it has been delivered and cleared. Also, upon payment, you're also going to get a receipt like this, which you can share and save. So this is your receipt of payment. If you get refunded, you also get a receipt. So you can reach out to us via this email, and this is our receipt for payment. So this is your bank details here.
Thank you so much, Joshua, for that wonderful illustration on how to use the WeConstruct marketplace. So moving over to the next segment, we have question and answer. So if you have any question, please drop it in the chat box so that we can answer it. And if it's the one we can answer at the moment because of time constraint, we can equally send it to our speakers to answer the questions for you.
Okay, so
Okay.
Sarah, someone asked in the comment section how they can become a vendor at our marketplace. So the steps are quite easy. Just go to our website, shop.weconstructhub.com. Upon getting in, you're going to see a button, become a vendor. So just click on it and you begin the process. And with time, we are going to approve you upon filling the form there after we verify that you're a trusted vendor. So that's how it works. So it's an open marketplace. Anybody can become a vendor the same way anybody can come and buy. But to become a vendor, we are going to verify you first. So that's how it works.
Okay, more questions coming in. And the platform is, as we are launching it, is going to be for free delivery of any purchases and for 100 subscribers. So if you want to get this, because of your time that you have invested today, the first 100 person will be given a slot, and throughout this year, free delivery for you anywhere in Nigeria. So this is an opportunity and you wouldn't want to miss that. Any material at all you buy, free delivery. So let's keep the question coming in. And you can as well follow our speakers on LinkedIn. You can search them on LinkedIn. You can search Bolaji Shotunde on LinkedIn, Jonathan Daniel Alwashi on LinkedIn, Nomberi Tanks on LinkedIn. You can check them out there. And if you have any question that we could not answer, you can send message to them. You can as well follow us on LinkedIn. We Construct Hub on LinkedIn too for more information. And if you want to ask questions, you can always reach out to us on LinkedIn. Do we still have more questions? Joshua, do we have more questions or we don't have any other questions? Okay, I can see a question. Okay. With the rapid advancement technology, do you see the future quantity surveyor evolving into a more data-driven consultant? If yes, what steps should young professionals start taking now to align with that future? It seems you didn't follow us on on the call.
Okay.
This question was answered earlier,
So
but I will still give the floor to QS Jonathan Alwashi to answer that question, because that question is pointing directly to him. Hello, sir. Are you on the call? Alwashi is not QS
okay. So
Nomberi. Can you answer the
in his
question?
in his absence, let me just answer
Okay.
because I was following while he was talking. So to begin
Okay.
with, technology is something every professional should embrace, whether you are in construction, you are in any industry. Construction technology is something you should embrace. And now, talking about data driven and a QS. Now, the pride of a QS is data. We are more like the data bank in the construction industry. So now, for young professionals, data is very important, and that's what we are providing at WeConstructHub. We are bringing a platform where you can verify construction materials at ease. That is a data-driven solution we are putting at your front. So with that, you can stay ahead of your peers or ahead in the construction industry. So yes, as a young professional, you must be data driven. And how can you stay data driven? Just follow us at WeConstructHub and make sure you engage us and use our website. That way you are going to stay data driven.
Okay. Also to add to that, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, also to add to that, young professionals must, as a matter of urgency, begin to embrace technologies because even procurement is also driving in that perspective. Public procurement bureaus are coordinating efforts to go into e-procurement. And once this e-procurement is fully implemented in Nigeria, Lagos State Public Procurement Agency already started the e-procurement, Rivers State Bureau of Public Procurement, and some other public procurement bureaus across the country are all going towards e-procurement. So if the paper method of procurement planning, tendering, contract award, and all of that is being phased out, and we are going into e-procurement, the young quantities of us who are not up to date will not get employment in companies because they are the people that are going to manage the processes for their various companies that they are going to represent in the procurement valuations. It's very important, and it's going to, the future is now itself because that is the in thing now. So please, young countries of us should take this data driven and technological applications very, very seriously. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for that answer. Okay, we have another one coming. Okay. Yes, Abdulaziz is thanking all the speakers for the wonderful section. Okay, do we have another question? Okay, without wasting much time, Joshua, I'm calling on Joshua for the declaration of the WeConstructHub live now.
Okay. So WeConstructHub Marketplace is now live. You can go there, check for verified materials, shop for your construction materials, and with time, like I said at the beginning of the call, WeConstructHub is not just a marketplace. It is the go-to platform for everything construction. So with time, more features will be added, but the marketplace is live now. Visit shop.weconstructhub.com and start seeing verified material prices and other construction materials. You don't need to call 5 vendors, 5 suppliers again. Just go to the platform, search for what you want, and you are going to see all the prices and you pick your choice. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Sarah.
Okay, thank you so much, Joshua, for that. So, I'll be giving my closing remark now. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as we conclude today's launching on procurement, made easy, faster, smarter, and greener, I extend my sincere gratitude to every one of you. We had an insightful section, innovative ideas shared, and valuable connection made. I hope you gain fresh perspective to drive efficiency, sustainability, and impact in your procurement journey. To our speakers, thank you for sharing your expertise. To our partners and sponsors, thank you for your support. And to all the participants, thank you all for actively engaging. As you leave today, let's carry forward the momentum. Let's transform procurement to be easier, faster, smarter, and greener. Thank you all. Till we meet again. And in time, we'll be having sections like this to bring different expertise around the globe to give us more insights in different countries, how their procurement process is being carried out. And just keep your finger crossed Follow us on LinkedIn and all our platforms for more informations. And free delivery once more for anybody that subscribe. 100 persons that subscribe to this platform. And anywhere in the world, your products will be delivered to you. And thank you once again. I remain my humble self, Sarah Nwese Benjamin. Thank you all for having us today. Thank you. And bye. Let's wave to the camera for us to have our head shut. Thank you all. Thank you all. Cheers, Joshua. Do you have anything to say again?
No, that's all. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. Do have a blessed